Sweet man, how have you been since the last fight?
Yeah, I've been great, mate. I over the moon with the performance. Can't wait to fight again now in 6 weeks, hopefully before Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with the victory and over the moon, to be honest.
That's fantastic. Have you got an opponent in mind for the next fight?
No, I've got the opponent in mind. Waiting for Frank Warren to give me a ring and Dean Powell, but hopefully get it done in the next 2 weeks and I get a date for the next fight and underway in.
That's fantastic. Since that, you've also got some sponsors sorted since your last fight. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I got some new sponsors. WeLoveKit.com, PSM.
Yeah.
As me wedding and events. Off the top. A lot of new sponsors and it's going well now and I'm over the moon.
That's fantastic. And tell us about that last fight. How did it go? Did everything go to plan?
Yeah, you hit the plan in the last fight. The crowd was tremendous. I'm happy that the way that everyone got behind me. Very proud of the victory I've done in front of my own fans, and I just got to appreciate what Frank Warren done for you. I got a big, massive bill red mist bill, even cleverly top of the bill.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad I won and put a great performance on for everyone.
Was that a good experience for you to get, on such a big card for your first fight? A lot of people obviously start in the boardwalks and the smaller fights, and you've gone straight onto a big card like that.
I think it's one of the best cards I'm going to be on in Wales, to be honest. When McInerney, Gary Buckland, Nathan Cleverley, three tremendous Welsh boxers, and can't get a better undercard than that. The sellout as well, and the CAA won't put a real sellout. Most probably one of the best days of my life since I've been a kid.
That's fantastic. And obviously you tell us that you want to fight in the next 6 weeks, but what do you think is going to happen in the future? How long do you think it'll be before we see you fighting for maybe a British or a Commonwealth title, or are you just looking at the near future for now?
I don't really want to rush into titles. Say about 2 to 3 years I want to go for a British, Commonwealth, European, even a Celtic title. The belt's the belt, you know what I mean? 3 years I'll be ready 100%, 110% be ready to take titles on people. I'm 110% confident I can do that.
Cool, man. And obviously there's any dream fights down the line, or maybe not in 2 or 3 years time, but when you're challenging for world titles, who would you maybe like to take a world title off? Is there anyone that you're eyeing up?
I don't know what I particularly want to fight, but when I'm ready for a title, whoever's holding the title, I know for 110% fact how confident I am. And my game plan, I reckon I'll beat anyone whoever's holding the British or Commonwealth no matter what.
And obviously on that same card there, the Cleverly card, Craig fought. He came through that fight, it was on Box Nation. How is Craig since then, and how did that fight go? Did it go to plan?
Yeah, Craig was on the second gear then. Craig had 10 pro fights now in every fight. 10-0 as a pro. I don't think he lost one round in his whole career. I think it's time to set up Craig out the titles, and hopefully I'll be next time now Craig will be fighting the titles and get him rock and rolling, and I'll be on Craig undercards, and hopefully I'll get a belt in 3 years, and the brothers will be on Craig, definitely 100%.
So the big things in the future for the Evans brothers then? You're hoping for big things?
Oh, definitely, 110% the Evans bros are going to show. I reckon me and my brother will be champion 110%. Like I told people, I haven't quit my job for no reason, and the story ends.
Sweet. And obviously there you've got Gary Buckland training at Tony Borg's gym. Unfortunately came off a bit of a disappointing loss against Stephen Smith. How is Gary since then? You say you spoke to him after the fight.
Yeah, Gary Buckland's fine. He went in the ring with the wrong game plan. I know for a guaranteed fact, if Gary Buckland and Boston again, he'd win 110%. I know I was in Gary Buckland at his best. I know he'll win. If he boxed him again, he'd win no matter what. And I'll put money on it, he'll win.
Saying that, what mistakes do you think Gary made in that fight? Where do you think he could have improved to take Stephen out of his game and make him fight more of Gary's fight?
He was chasing him a lot, to be honest. He was running after him. He was getting picked off on the way in. And when he got picked off, he got hit that uppercut. And as soon as Stephen Smith landed it, he knew he won the fight.
It was a grand uppercut, and I think most people in the 3 weight divisions that those three have come from, because they both Gary stepped down in weight, didn't he, and Stephen stepped up. I think that uppercut would have taken anyone out around the light welterweight division. It was a spot on uppercut.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, Stephen Smith's a very clever fighter of our mind. You can't underestimate him.
Yeah.
But if it's a rematch, I reckon Gary Butler will win.
Sweet. And Enzo Macronelli versus Oval McKenzie was also on that card. A great fight, good turnaround from Enzo there. Do you see Enzo revitalising his career after that fight?
Yeah, I reckon Enzo's back on top form now. My dad said when that fight happened that Enzo would win that fight.
Yeah.
My dad said if he goes past 4-6 rounds, Enzo will knock him out. Knocked him out.
There was early parts in the fight where Oval seemed like he might take over again, but it seemed like in this fight Enzo thought more about how to get out of those situations. Do you think that he learned a lot from that last defeat to Oval, even though it was quite controversial at the same time?
Yeah. Like I think Oval McKenzie went in our ring looking for one shot.
Yeah.
And when he couldn't land that one shot, Enzo I think kind of disheartened him and took the victory of the uppercut and cracking shot. You can't argue with it.
That's sweet. And obviously there, it was a mixed night for Welsh fighters. You had Nathan Cleverly again coming up short against Sergey Kovalev. No shame in that. Sergey, I believe, is probably the man in the division now. Have you spoken to Nathan since that fight? Did you speak to him after the fight? How's he doing?
I spoke to Nathan and his dad. I think that Kovalev, he was different. How would I explain? If I was Nathan, I wouldn't have took that fight. He's too strong. I think that everyone's saying, oh, Nathan can take a shot, this and that. You only take a shot to a certain extent. If anyone gets caught in that button, it's good night. Simple. No matter who it is.
It's the thing with Sergey as well, he's quite persistent with his power, isn't he? He's not like the regular power puncher that comes in and looks for one shot. He throws, and every single shot that he throws in quantity and in power at the same time.
Yeah, he's always compact.
Yeah.
He's relaxed. He didn't let his shot flow. But every shot he throws is power shots.
Was you at ringside for that fight, or was you backstage? Like, did you hear the shots?
I was ringside for that fight.
Yeah, did the shots seem as heavy as they seemed on telly? Because they seemed like brutal shots, like they take out any light heavyweight in the division.
I reckon Kovalev is probably one of the biggest punchers in the division, to be honest, my eyes. He can punch in both hands, and people do underestimate his boxing skills. He can box as well as punch.
Yeah, because he did well off the back foot. Nathan did the right thing in trying to push him back with the jab a lot, but he seemed to be really versed in fighting off the back foot and countering off that back foot. And then once he had Nathan clipped, then he jumped on that opportunity.
Nathan was older and Nathan was taller than him. He had a longer reach in him. But when he was picking his shots, I didn't think that boy was just too strong.
Yeah. Alright, sweet. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to your fans, to anyone? Any last messages?
I'd like to say fans who come down to the CIA to watch it, especially Matthew Turley, who got me back into boxing as well as my father. That 110% means a lot to me. And especially all my close mates, like Lee, Daniel, Josh Jones, David Moss. I got loads of friends, and I love the way they follow me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're like best friends as well with fans. Do you know what I mean?
That's great, Rhys. Thanks for your time again. Sorry that this is the second time I've had to do this interview. Hopefully it won't happen again. The sound seems to be sorted now. But thanks again for your time.
Soon.
And speak to you soon. Thank you very much.
Mountain Promotions got a great stable of fighters. You know, Martin Murray is through the best middleweight in Britain now, I feel, and certainly one of the best in the world with his fight against Sergio Martinez.